This is a weird, unexpected spot, but this is the only place I could have with peace and quiet a little bit. And also you guys can hear me better without the washer and dryer going off. And sadly, I can't use our guest room couch, even though I'm in the guest room, because it still has a bunch of stuff from doing laundry, like cleaning the bedding and everything, and the pillows. After my parents were here, we haven't put it together. So he's sleeping right now and I don't want to wake him up to help me put it together. So we're just gonna sit right here and have a cup of coffee and start telling you about what I've been reading. So I haven't done this kind of video before. I hope you guys enjoy this. So sit back and enjoy. I want to have something fun at the end of it. Okay, so I got my Tim Hortons cup with some, I think it was chestnut praline. So good. So we're gonna just sit right here. And I don't even have my book nook chair because I'm using it for my makeup desk because my other chair broke. So my little book nook is not really a book nook anymore. Otherwise you would have seen a lot of books right here. It's on the other side. Okay, so since I've been here in, I think February, there was a book I was reading in December and January, and then I stopped because everything that's been going on, so I haven't been able to sit down and enjoy my reading. But now that I'm a stay-at-home wife, there's times where like I have nothing going on, so what I do, I sit back and I enjoy my reading time. I've gotten more and more into it since then, so you'll see why. But let's talk about the first book. Well, before we talk about the first book, before I moved here I was reading some books, but it was only during kind of trips or like when I was studying a book. That's the only time. But I'm saying fully reading, I'm showing you the books that I fully read since I've been here. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the books before that. So the first book is my tried and true. I love this book and it's on display, but right now I took it down for you guys. Is this book, Paradise Island. It's a Sam and Colby story. Half it's true, half it's not. It's like, I guess is what they said. But this book was so good. Definitely recommend. It did take a turn, but then it ended well. I will say I did see all the videos they talked about before I got this book, because I got this book on Christmas last year. And I read a little bit of it, but then I got so busy, so now that I'm here I read the whole thing completely in like 2 weeks. So definitely recommend this book. This is the hardcover, so I think you can get it on Amazon. I really do, but I don't know where she got it. I think she got it at Barnes and Noble. My mom, she bought me this book. So this is what started the reading journey since I've been here. Definitely check this book out. Let me get you up close. Really good book. Next is the next books I started reading. I got the first one at Target, and then for our anniversary, one of the days, my husband bought me 2 of the books because they're all 20% off. I got the whole series of The Summer I Turned Pretty. If you've seen the show, you'll know the books and the show is completely different. So really good books. Let's start with this one. The Summer, no, it's not. It's The Summer. This one. Okay, it shows right here. This is a really good start of the book. There was a little bit of excitement and a little bit of drama, but honestly, if I had to choose between the show and the book, I think I like the book more, even though I love the show. but I like that this is more like, I don't know, I see why people say that it's different and why they like this a lot more. So in this book, I am Team Conrad. The next book is, what is it? This one, yeah. It's Not Summer Without You. Now, this is the book that made me become Team Belly, because she was struggling a little bit, but it's really good, and it does show who was there for her a little bit more. I don't want to get the spoilers. I want to, but I shouldn't. This book was okay. I was Team Belly on this one. This one talks about what happens with the mom, what happens with her, what happens with her best, I think her best friend. Yeah, it says Belly's life is about to change since her brief relationship with Conrad fizzled out the past winter. She'll be staying home for the first time. Her best friend Taylor has a lot of plans for them, boats, parties, and tanning by the pool, and new boys to obsess over. But when Jeremiah calls to say that Conrad disappeared, all roads seem to lead back to the beach house. Will Belly spend another summer chasing after Conrad, or will they finally be able to let him go? It's a good book. There is a cliffhanger, I will admit, but it's such a good book. Now, this made me Team Conrad. I was in the show, I'm Team Jeremiah all the way, but this made me back to Team Conrad. I won't read the back of this one because I don't want to give it away, because it's the last book, and it's We'll Always Have Summer. Love the ending. Loved how it turned out. It's a good book for sure. I recommend it. So if you want to know how different really it is from the show, get these books. You could get them at Target for 20% off, and I think right now as we speak they're having a buy one get one 50% off. It's a good book for sure. I need more coffee. This is a lot of talking. Now those 3 books right here that I just told you about, look how thick they are. I read them within a month and a half. So fast. My husband's like, you need to take a break, and I tried to take a break, so that's why it became a half at the end. Then after those books, I got this book at Walmart. They had it cheaper than at Target. So it's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning, it was kind of lagging. Gosh, he's really on that bone. I checked. That's why I paused earlier. I checked to see what he was doing. He's chewing on his chew toy bone thing. It was very laggy. Anyways, back to this. Very laggy. Very slow. But then connecting the dots started to make sense. And the ending was a complete turn. So like, I don't know if I recommend this book, but it wasn't bad. It just I wasn't obsessed with it. Because I wasn't obsessed with it, it took longer to read. But when I finally finished it, I was like, okay, it's time for a new book. Something different. Now, there's a book I really loved, and soon I'll be getting the second book to it. But you'll see why I waited for the second book, okay? I'll get back to you on that. But this book I really loved. It was a little dirty, I'll admit. But not in a bad way. Like, when people say these books are spicy, I'm like, what is wrong? Like, they're not that spicy as people say. But maybe it's because I've read and watched 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know, maybe that's why, but it's this book. I started with this whole thing of hockey series, and because holidays are coming up and I wanted to read a lot of hockey things, and I love hockey shows, I love the hockey game, so why not read a hockey themed book? And this is called Icebreakers, and it's about a ice skater and a hockey player. I will not read the back of it for you guys, you'll find out, and I will say this is definitely a book for like older people, but it's such a good book. It was such a good book. I got it for 20% off at Target. If you notice, half of my books I've gotten are at Target. It's about this thick. There's, let me see how many chapters there is, or pages. 430 pages. So that's how thick it is. I love him. I'm team him all the way. Which his name, what was his name again? Why am I going blank? I'm going blank. Hold on. Nathan. That's what it was. Okay. he was awesome. He cared for this girl so much. I loved how they made it sound like for him. And then their love story at the end was so good. I can't wait to read the second book of this. I've been waiting for it to come out, and it finally came out, and you'll see why. But I do recommend this book if you're willing to read 430 pages, but it is the kind of book where you couldn't put it down. I read this for a little bit, stopped reading it because I had everything going on. Like, I hurt my ankle, I got sick, we went out on dates, then the car situation, then family came to visit, all this kind of stuff. So I haven't fully read, and then got busy with friends and everything, so I just haven't been in the mood to read. But once I read back into this book, I could not put it down. It's definitely a page turner, so I had to turn it to where I was reading it at night and sometimes during the day. So if you really want something spicy, a little spicy, but love romance that's comedy, get this book. It's awesome. Okay, next book. I will say I haven't read the first book because when I bought this book, like, I haven't read the first book because when I bought these books, I went for the second book because I heard it was hockey themed. But I should have looked more into it to read the first one first if I would have known they were all hockey themed. But I got a hockey series. So luckily the last book that I'm reading right now shows the first beginning of the first book I learned, so I'm gonna read that so it doesn't, like, you know, it like, how do I explain? I don't feel like I missed anything. But it is definitely, these ones I've read, and then I'll show you the one I'm reading right now. It's by Ellie Kennedy. We have The Mistake, The Score, and The Goal. So these books are all about hockey players for sure, and the girls. It's first person talked, which I love these kind of books. That's what the Icebreaker is. It's a first person view kind of thing. So it talks about each character, and each character talks it out. They are a little dirty, but not in a bad way. And there's a lot of comedy, I'll say that. So if you notice, I like romance and comedy, and that's what these books are. Out of all three of these books, before I show you the last one, I would have to say my favorite one, probably The Score. I like this romance more because it has more of a backstory and it shows their true love for each other. So I'd have to say that one. There are about, how many, let me see how many chapters are in them. Or I could just tell you how many pages. Where's the ending? The ending of the page is 323. And I believe, yeah, they're all like that. So there's a lot of pages in them. If you're into hockey and you're into romance and comedy, I recommend these books. It's by Ellie Kennedy. I'll show you each of them first. So we have this one, and this one. Now what's missing is the first book is right here, and it's called The Deal. Come on, focus. The Deal. I might get it just to finish the series, even though I'm probably not going to read it because I'm starting to collect series books now, but you'll see why. I just spilled coffee all over my face, and now I have to wash this jacket. Now with that series, I am reading the last book of that series, and it's called The Legacy, and this book is so good. I'd have to say this is my second favorite book of them because it talks about every single couple in each book into this entire book, all grown up 4 years later. Love it. I just got these literally October 1st, and look how much I've read so far. Because October 1st, I got this book and I finished it off, and now I'm finishing off this book. So 2 books in 1 month. How crazy is that? And I might end up getting another one. But this is The Legacy. It's so grown up. I won't give it away. But it says 4 stories, 4 couples, 3 years of real life after graduation. And it does, in the end of the book, talk about the first book of it all. So I'm almost gone, as you see, not say. I would say if you want to read this book, definitely start in the beginning because it all makes sense when you read this book, and it's so funny. This one has more comedy than anything, and like, I guess I'll say this. If you don't want to hear this, skip in like 2 seconds. But in this book, someone gets hurt with a coconut. And it's so funny because I'm like, how the heck does that happen? Okay, there we go. Now we're back. Anyways, so this book is really good. I love it so much. And I'm sad that it's the last book and there's no more series. Although, it does say, which I might be getting soon, they have a Briar series, B-R-I-A-R. It's the other school. And it's the chase, the risk, the play, the dare. And I might be getting those soon too. We'll see. But do I want to read it? I don't know. If it's not about them, I don't know. As you see, oh, let me pull it up first. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Hold on for that moment. Because I want to read it to you when I can. I'm on my phone real quick, trying to pull it up. Okay. So, for my early birthday gift, my husband got me something for my birthday, and yes, my birthday's on December 1st, so it's not that far away. So I'm actually excited that I got it now, because now I have so many books to read within December, which is great, and I'm excited for it, because there's all these holiday books I want. But I got a Kindle, and yes, it's the kids' Kindle, but it's the one I wanted. Which, funny story, I sent him and my mom a bunch of Kindles, but what I really wanted was this one because I like how small it said it was, and it was cheaper, and it came with a case and all the other stuff, and you can disable the kids stuff on it for grown-up things as long as the parent does it. Obviously, I'm not a parent, but we're grown-up, so we did it. So he got me a Kindle, and I'm so, oh my gosh, sorry, my phone's going off like crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And this is what it looks like. Oh, it's backwards, sorry. It's a Kindle. It's as big, my hand's a little bit bigger, but look at it. Look at it. It's so cool. And because of that, oh, it got turned on. Why is it waking up? Is it because hold on. I'll fix that later. Gotta put my password on it, hold on. Okay. Trying to turn it off. I'll be right back. Because I opened this up, I guess it turned on by itself. But yeah, I got a Kindle. I'm so thankful for it, and he knows me. Like, the funny thing is, I showed him all this, and my husband wasn't really looking at them. I guess he was planning on getting me one anyways, and I put it on my wish list, but I never showed him which one I wanted on my wish list, and he hasn't checked yet. And when I told him about my wish list, he already bought me this, and he goes to look at it. Without telling me, he's like, I already bought what you have already saved. Turns out it was this. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait. And the first book I plan on reading is the second book to this, because there's 400 pages and it will take me a while to read. And it's called Wildfire by Hannah Grace, the best-selling author of Icebreaker. And let me see if I can show you the cover. I have it saved on my wish list so I could. Looks like that. Ugh. Better. Okay. So that's the book I want to read next. The reason why I wanted a Kindle is because half the books I want to read is cheaper on the Kindle. And I wanted something tiny and small that I could just throw in my purse easily, put in backpack easily, but mainly in my purse because it would fit, you know, because it's like wallet size. But yeah, I'm excited. I've been doing all of these readings. Sorry, my dog was scratching at a door. I don't think he thinks my husband is sleeping, which I'll have to show him, hey, he's asleep. But yeah, the whole reason of getting a Kindle, which honestly, I wasn't up for a Kindle for years. I was like, what's the point? I like the way book smells. I like the way it feels in my hands, you know. It's a good feeling. But then I started thinking about how, like, I have no room for more and more books with the way I'm reading. We have a small bookshelf in here and no room for anywhere else. So I thought my deal is to get the books on the Kindle, and if it's a nice limited edition kind of thing, I'll buy that personally and put it on the bookshelf. But no more buying random books like that. So it's all gonna be on here. And yeah, right now I'm enjoying this book and I'm loving every minute of it. I'm gonna be sad when it's done, but hopefully there's a good ending. We'll see. And I love my birthday gift. I'm so excited. And I love the cover. Isn't the cover cute? There's like a little unicorn, a tree, an ocean, and there's the big small side of the castle, and you turn around and it's the big castle. And it just says Kindle right here. This Kindle was on Amazon. I don't know how much he got it for. It depends on how much he got it for, but those are all the books I've been reading since I've been here. That's a lot of reading. And almost half of these books were 2 months in. I read, like, what was it? These books and this book 2 months in. 2 months. How did I read that much? Like, they must be really good, right? If you read that much. But it's become a new obsession of mine. And I talked it over with my mom, I talked it over with my husband, and now I have a new therapist person, or whatever you want to call them, and they basically said to me it's like therapy, because every time I'm done reading I feel relaxed and my head feels good and I'm ready for the day kind of thing, or like I'm ready to go to bed feeling. So it's not a bad thing, it's just that's why we got a Kindle, so it could be cheaper. And because it lights up, so I can read it in the dark without having to put a light in the bedroom while my husband's sleeping too. So it's perfect. But yeah, those are all the books I read, and half of you people wanted to see how much I read, so there you go. I'll probably put how many books I read so far right here, or right here, wherever it is, and put the subscribe button on the other side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more books like this, or if you want me to go more in depth, whatever the word is, with books, let me know in the comments or send me a private message and I will make a new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.